Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gormy, and today I am bringing you guys the future of the Montreal Canadiens. Now, in today's video with the future of the Montreal Canadiens, we're going to be talking about what kind of season the fans of the Montreal Canadiens should expect, their win now mentality and building for the future, how good is their prospect pool, the keys to their success here in the future, and where do I see the Canadiens in 10 years. Now, before we get into today's video, I've got my socials and my Twitch down here below me, so feel free to check that out if you guys would like to do so. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the Canadiens this year, like all the other Canadian teams, are playing in the North Division. And right now, in my opinion, they are the best team in the Canadian division. Now, I've had them at the top of my power rankings for, I believe, this week and the past week. If you guys have been watching the power rankings video, I will link that in the description as well as somewhere here on the screen for you guys to check out. Now, Montreal, going into the season, I was like, okay, it's going to be an interesting season for them. And then I've seen how they've been playing. They've got the old Carey Price in that. Shea Weber looks great. Tyler Toffoli looks like a great signing. Josh Anderson, that looks like a good trade for them. I mean, Philip Deneau looks good. Nick Suzuki looks great. Alexander Romanov, very, very happy to see him on the team getting some time. The Jake Allen trade, being a Blues fan, that trade worked out great for them. I mean, just Montreal, they look so good. And honestly, they're going to make the playoffs without a doubt. But I think it'll come down to them and Toronto being in the conference finals. Now, it doesn't... I'm not sure if they will go on to the conference finals because Toronto is just a good team as they are. But I definitely think that Montreal is much more well-rounded than Toronto is. And especially in the important parts because, I mean, Montreal, two very solid goalies. Their defensive core... very, very solid, and their forward group solid all the way down to the fourth line. I really like the team that they have put together in Montreal, and it is a win now mentality with this team, but at the same time, there are some very good pieces for the future that are in the team right now, such as Nick Suzuki, Alexander Romanov, Jonathan Drouin, Kotkaniemi. The Montreal is doing exactly what needs to be done around the rest of the league with a lot of teams that feel, yes, we're in the spot to compete, but our future is nowhere near what Montreal's is. Montreal has a competitive team right now and a team that is going to win in the future in the works in their farm system. So, I mean, props to Montreal. I really think that Montreal can go all the way this year. It's going to be interesting who they would play in the conference finals if they make the conference finals, because I definitely think that they will be playing Toronto to get there. But for you Montreal fans, this is going to be one fun season for the Montreal Canadiens. All right, so now we're moving on to the win now and building a future. Now, when I say the win now, it is a mentality. There are teams that have win now mentalities where they sacrifice their future to win a cup now, do everything possible to win in the now. Montreal has not done that. They have the pieces to win now, most definitely, but they have multiple pieces to keep on winning in the future, and that is the building for the future aspect of it. Now, for the win now, they have got Carey Price in net, Shea Weber, Tyler Toffoli, Thomas Tatar, Jeff Petrie, Philip Deneau. Those are big pieces to winning now for them. They have also got, like I said previously, Josh Anderson, very good player. But from the build for the future part, some of these players are playing for them now. Alexander Romanov, Nick Suzuki, Ryan Poehling, I believe, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Jonathan Drouin. So they have everything they need to win now and in the future. Now, with Cayden Primeau, a lot of people believe he will be able to step in for Carey Price when the time comes and be able to carry on the winning ways that Carey Price has had. Now, I'm not sure if he's capable of that, but a lot of people do believe he is, and I cannot wait to see what the kid can do because he does tear it up at the AHL level. And another kid that is going to be massive for the Montreal Canadiens is Cole Caulfield. When that kid gets to the NHL, it is going like the Montreal Canadiens are going to be must-watch hockey. They're almost must-watch hockey right now. It's just I think that once Cole Caulfield is in the lineup for them, that it's going to be just highlight reel plays from the Montreal Canadiens. Just they have everything that they need to be successful, and I'm very happy that it is the Habs that have this, because I mean they are the most historic franchise in the league, and for them to be able to build what they have now, they will most likely be the team to break the slouch right now with Canadian teams not winning the cup. I really think that Montreal is going to be that first team to win a cup. I really do. They are so good, and I don't know anyone that doesn't like Montreal and doesn't like what they're doing. They're kind of setting a blueprint for the rest of the league, and that is, okay, you can win with what you currently have, but if you make certain moves along the way, you're going to be winning for years to come, just like they are. And honestly, it's almost kind of like with how Vegas happened. I can't believe that teams have allowed this to happen with Montreal, with the players that they have, like Shea Weber, like Carey Price, and you let them build around them with all these other guys. They have a crazy good team there in Montreal, and honestly, I cannot wait until they win a cup. All right, so moving on to Montreal's prospect pool. Now, this is also part of the building for a future. Now, they've got Alexander Romanov, who is playing at the NHL level. Cole Caulfield playing at the University of Wisconsin. He also played at the World Juniors for Team USA. He looked great. Caden Gula playing for the Laval Rocket. As of right now, he's probably going to go play in the juniors, though, once the juniors league start back up. We got Caden Primo, AHL as well. Arsen Kisamudinov, I believe that is how you say it. He's playing for Laval as well. Then we've got Matthias Norlinder. That kid's going to be something special. He's going to be like their Swedish Romanov, and I cannot wait to see him play for Montreal. We got Jesse Ionen, who is also going to be a very solid forward. I think that he's going to be a lot like Kakanyemi, though. So hopefully he can hit the ground running and be the player that Montreal needs. And then Ryan Poehling, I'm pretty sure he's playing at the NHL level. I may be wrong. He still may be AHL. But Ryan Poehling is a player for the future as well for them. And then Jordan Harris playing NCAA at Northeastern, I believe it is. He's very, very solid as well. A lot of people compare him and Matthias Norlinder to each other. They're both offensive-minded, kind of like Romanov is, but Romanov has more defensive ability, I'd say, than Norlinder or Harris. But, I mean, overall, from the 9 that I've highlighted, there are multiple more in the prospect pool for Montreal, but these 9, I really think, show what Montreal is doing, and they draft smart. They draft based on need. They don't say, like, oh, we're going to just load up on centers, then load up on wingers, then load up on right wing, and then we're screwed for D in the future. They draft based on need. If they lose somebody at a certain position, they draft somebody at that position. It is super, super smart the way that they draft, because it's based on need. It's not based on, okay, do we need this kid who is the best center available on the draft board right now? No. We need this kid who is the best available right winger, even though he may not be as good as that center, but he will fit the need that we currently have. That is how Montreal has been drafting. That is how they've even been going about free agency. They are so smart with what they're doing, and like I said earlier, the blueprint that they are setting for the league, other teams need to notice what Montreal is doing, because Montreal is quietly building a powerhouse there. And like I'm going to keep on saying it, I cannot win until I'm going to keep on saying it. I cannot wait until this team wins the cup. It's going to happen in the future, and they're probably going to be a regular season powerhouse winning between, I'd say, 45 to 58 games a season. Like, they're going to be that good. Like, they are going to constantly be in the playoffs, and this prospect pool really helps with that. I gave them a A- for the prospect grade. It probably could even be a little bit better, but I gave them an A- just because there are a little bit of leeway with some of the players, such as Jesse Ionen. I really like the kid. It's just I definitely think that when he comes over, he's really going to have to prove himself. All right, so moving on to the keys to success. I believe for Montreal to be successful, Weber and Price have to give the Canadiens their top game, which they are currently giving the Canadiens their top game. I have not seen Carey Price play like this in a while. I have not seen Shea Weber play like this in a while. Then we've also got Romanov, Suzuki, and Caulfield become the face of the franchise. It is bound to happen. It is bound to happen for those three to become the face of the franchise. And when they do, golly, the league really needs to look out. Tyler Toffoli, on his current contract with Montreal, needs to produce as an elite goal scorer. And right now, he's looking like that. He looks very, very good. I think that he's comfortable in the Montreal system. And I think that playing alongside players like Philip Deneau, Thomas Tatar, Kotkaniemi, Drouin, just all of the different talents that are around Tyler Toffoli really, really helps him out, especially on the power play. He's just... Sometimes Tyler Toffoli can be magic to watch on the ice, and I really, really like the guy. At 4, we've got Kotkaniemi proves he is a key piece to the future. Everyone has been on this kid for a little while now, I'd say. And I believe that the kid is a key piece to their future. But he needs to prove to everyone that he has what it takes to be part, not just a part, but a big part of the future in Montreal. Now, at 5, I've got defense becomes stronger. That's going to come with time. I really like Montreal's defense as of right now. It's very solid. But in the future, they're going to have the likes of Kangula, Romanov, Harris, Norlinder. The list goes on with the players that they have that will be able to come up, and they're going to keep on drafting, keep on picking up from free agency. The defense is going to get to just basically a brick wall at a certain point. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch because it's going to be very high-scoring games for Montreal, I believe. Not them getting scored on, but them just unleashing on everybody. And then at 6, I've got keep drafting smart. That is probably the most important thing for Montreal, is to keep on drafting how they are. They're drafting so very smart. And when it comes to free agency, they're going about it very, very smart as well. They're not overpaying for anybody. They're getting exactly what they need at a good price. And when it comes to drafting, just keep on doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Montreal has something very special there. And I really believe that it is a blueprint that a lot of other teams need to start following. All right. So where do I see the Canadiens in 10 years? I see them as Stanley Cup contenders consistently. I think that they're going to win a cup before the end of the decade. I think that they're going to consistently be Stanley Cup contenders. I think that once Cole Caulfield is up, Ken Gould is up, Norlinder, Harris, all of these younger players that are going to be big impact players for them, along with what they already have, Montreal has a very good recipe for success right now. Hopefully they keep on going about it the way that they have, because like I've been saying, the blueprint that they have there, it works. Other teams need to figure it out and do what Montreal has done, because then they can have a team such as the Montreal Canadiens. Now this year, Montreal has a 25% chance at getting a cup win this year. I think they're definitely capable of doing so. The only thing that is in their way is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Once they get past the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think they can beat anybody. Now, if they are playing Tampa Bay, maybe Kucherov is healthy by then. That would be a problem for them. But I really think that Montreal could be a Stanley Cup champion this year, for sure. I mean, Well, one thing that would be crazy is if, because it is a possibility this year with how everything works, they could play the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup final, and that would be absurd. That would be crazy. But I really think the Montreal Canadiens have a real shot at the Stanley Cup this year and multiple shots at the Cup in the future. I really think that Montreal has everything they need to succeed, not only now, but in the future as well. All right, that is going to do it for this video with the future of the Montreal Canadiens. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really looking forward to the future of the Montreal Canadiens. They're going to be a very, very fun team to watch. If you guys did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And my socials and Twitch are down here below me as well. So feel free to check that out if you guys would like to do so. And until next time, have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.